What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Today I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm talking about the Pocket or the Cinema Pocket 4K. I want to just kind of talk about my favorite accessories that I use when I go out and shoot with this camera. Lately, this past month and a half or so, with this whole stuff that's been going on, I've been shooting a lot of video for my church. And the way that I've been shooting the video for my church, I've been using the C200 a lot, but I just started using the Pocket 4K also for some other projects for my church. And honestly, the C200 and the Cinema Pocket 4K, these two cameras have been the cameras I've been using the most. I love my GH5, and you guys know already I love using my GH5, but when it comes down to long format video, the Pocket 4K does an amazing job. Why? Because the files that it records on is just very easy to edit and it's very fast. So the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to share with you guys how I'm using the Pocket 4K, the accessories that I'm using with it. Before I jump into anything else, I just want to let you guys know, when it comes down to camera setups and rigs, I'm very simple. I don't like having a huge shoulder rig or putting this camera on a bunch of, I just don't like making this too complicated. I like simple setups. So just to let you guys know, I keep my cameras pretty simple, but there is some things that I do put on my cameras, and that's what I want to share with you guys today. As you guys can see right now, the camera has these pads right here on the side, the little just rubber pads that cover and protect your camera, I guess, from dust and water. I live in California and it hardly rains here, so I went ahead and took these off, because one of my biggest frustrations with the Pocket 4K is when I'm trying to connect the XLR adapter, and also when I'm trying to connect my battery and I'm trying to like just move, this just gets on my way and it gets on my nerves, and that is something that just frustrates me. So I had to take those out, and it's a lot easier for me when I'm just connecting cables to the side of the Pocket 4K. So let's start off with the battery that I'm using. The battery that I attached to the Pocket 4K, I actually have this. It's this PowerBase Edge battery right here. I'm not too technical, and I know there's so many batteries out there that you guys can buy, but I'll let you guys know from experience with this battery that I've been using. It's amazing. It works really good. Right here in the side, it actually lights up and it'll show you how many hours you have left. This right here in a full charge will give you about 3 hours of recording with your Pocket 4K. And not only that, but it's very easy to use. I just put it on my camera. It's very simple. It has this little handle right here on the side that I just pull down, and I can detach this from my camera, and same way I just stick it in the back of my camera, and it just clips very safe. I never had an issue with this. One of the things that I really like about this is that it charges so fast. I'll get a full charge within like, I wanna say like 15 to 20 minutes. This battery is just fully charged, and I can use it for 3 hours with a Pocket 4K. So guys, my bad. One thing I wanted to add real quick, speaking about the battery, if you guys buy the battery that I'm talking about, which I'll leave a link down in my description, it comes with the battery and a dummy battery, which the dummy battery will attach to this D-tap, but the other end will go into your camera like a dummy battery, which I don't use. I went ahead and bought this Condor cable right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. This you will buy separately. I will leave a link to this cable down in my description. This cable is what goes straight into the side of your camera right here. It's just a lot more sturdy, a lot more firm. And the dummy battery, I don't know, it works good still, but it just seems a little flimsy to me. So just wanted to add that real quick and let you guys know. The way you charge it, you just connect these little D-tap plugs to the side of it right here, and it also has a USB port. So if you guys want to attach your phone or just plug anything else with these USB ports, you got 2 of them. Now, another thing that I use is the cage. The cage that I'm using is the Tilta cage, and it's just the basic one. This cage, honestly, it has been the coolest cage that I've ever purchased. I have a cage for my GH5 that I believe is a small rig cage for the GH5, which is a very sturdy cage. But this Tilta cage for the Pocket 4K is honestly the coolest cage that I've ever seen. I got it with the top handle. The reason why I got this cage is because I saw a lot of cages for the Pocket 4K. Some of them just looked a little funky, some of them looked a little bulky, and it just popped out a little more than what I wanted to. Again, guys, for me personally, I like to be comfortable. I like to just, you know, anything that's compact and small, the smaller the better for me. This cage right here, it just seemed very fitted to the Pocket 4K. I mean, it's not bulky, it wasn't sticking out, and the color, the look of it just looks really cool. And not only just for the look of it, but it also comes with this small holder. I don't know if you guys can see it right here, but this holder that allows me to attach my SSD drive, and it just secures it very good. Like, it's very firm and sturdy. Nothing about this cage feels loose or cheap. This cage feels very solid. Like, your camera is going to be protected with this cage. So I honestly, with this Tilta cage, has been working very good. It's like new, and nothing about this cage is wobbly or just jerky. Another thing that's really cool about this cage is that it has these small handles in the side, which it gives you a very safe accessibility to your HDMI port, and also your USB-C port in the side, and it could just connect into your SSD card, and this HDMI port will connect to your external monitor if that's what you guys have attached to the cage. Again, it's just very compact, very sturdy. It's very easy to use, and it doesn't stick out. It just made exactly to fit the camera. And none of these cables are just jerky or just wobbling on the side. Other than the HDMI cable that you attach, that's just gonna depend on the type of cable you buy. I recommend for you to buy a small, you know, a short cable, so it's not just hanging out in the side of your camera. So speaking about the cage and attaching the SSD drive, the SSD drives that I use are these Samsung T5s. I'm sure you guys seen these a lot. These are so reliable, they're so cheap, and they're so easy to use, and they're convenient, they're lightweight, they're so fast. Honestly, I just get these. Like, if you guys got a Pocket 4K with the Tilta cage, just do yourself a favor and buy yourself a few of these if you guys want. Honestly, you don't even need a few of these. You could just buy the 500 gigabyte. This is the terabyte. They're so cheap. I mean, I'm coming from the C200, buying the C-Fast cards from the C200. Those are expensive. They are so expensive, and I only have a 260 gigabyte C-Fast for my C200, and that thing costs like $300. So those are super pricey. You could get these for like 150 or less, so these are worth it. This is what I'm using, and I just attached these to the top of my Pocket 4K. They just work amazing. The way I'm using these, after I'm done shooting a video with the Pocket 4K, I just go ahead and connect this to my computer, and when I create my files on Final Cut, I just create my project or my library on to this SSD drive, and when I import my footage, I just tell a Final Cut to leave my footage where it's at, and I work right off of this hard drive, so it's super fast. It takes no time for me to transfer files. That's one thing I really like about this Pocket 4K. One of my favorite things about the Pocket 4K are just how my computer handles the files. They're so easy, they're so fast. Honestly, they've been the easiest files that I've ever used from any camera. So the last thing, and this last thing is a must on the Pocket 4K, is an external monitor. The external monitor that I'm using is the Atomos Ninja V. This is what I'm using. This is perfect size for what I like. Not only that, but they just released an update on this, which is so interesting. I'll make another video on that some other day, but the update for this is really good. So this is what I'm using. And something else that I want to mention, the way I'm using this, I really recommend you guys look into this small handle right here. Is this little small Andy Cine handle right here that honestly you just put this on the bottom of your monitor, and this goes, or it will attach to any camera you guys have that has a shoe mount, and it just attaches really fast, as you guys can see right here. And what I like about this is you can tilt your camera or your monitor any way you guys want, you know, and it holds it together really good. So I mean, these accessories that I'm showing you guys right here is the accessories that I use all the time, especially this small little handle. I have two of these because I have one that stays on the Pocket 4K, and then I also have another one that goes between the C200 and my GH5. So these little small handles are very cheap. I'll leave a link to all these accessories on my description if you guys are interested. So yeah, guys, this is the setup that I have right here. Just wanted to share that with you guys, how I'm using the Pocket 4K. Very simple setup, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I don't like my setups to be too heavy or just too crazy. Like, this is good size for me, and it's pretty comfortable. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any other tips on how I can improve this setup, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on our next video.